Alrighty, we've been doing a lot of 958 Cayenne lens replacements, not only due to the wear and tear on the lenses, but mainly due to the water entry issue. Now, I believe this one is the same. It's made by Hella. They have a seal issue. For some reason, the seal does not make great contact on the top portion, and it actually lets loose. The lens actually gets loose, water gets in, and when it floods in, gravity takes the water down to the module's unhappy, and you produce errors, and eventually you lose your light. And once that happens, you're in for a new matrix assembly, which are very expensive. Customers have been quoted on their Panameras and Cayennes, and the Macans, you know, 5-6 grand aside. So it's a crazy cost. This customer was in an accident. They taped up the lens, which is smart. There is a lot of residue. I'm hoping to clean off this lens, this housing, when we do the lens swap, but the light is still working, which is the important part, and we'll be doing the lens swap. The light hopefully will look, 99% like new, saving the customer, tons of money. Overall, we're gonna come in at a fraction of the cost, versus buying a new assembly. You don't have to do any programming. It'll just be direct swap back into the vehicle, and you're back on the road. So we're saving customer money, making the lights look good. We'll see how well this cleans up. We always make, we make no guarantee, I should say, on how this will look, because water has entered. There is some dried up stuff and debris inside, but you never know. Honestly, I think this will come out pretty good. It just looks like some tape residue, a little bit of dirt. We'll clean it up. So we'll get this lens off, and we'll clean up the internals, and I'll show you the process a little bit. All right, the channel has been cleared out. We added the new diodynamic sealant. Now the goal with this sealant is not to have it bulging past the channel, okay? This is a big, fat, wide channel, much more sticky now because of that original Hella sealant, which is a complete pain to remove. But yeah, I use a flat bottom tool like an Allen or a Torx just to kind of press it down deep into the channel. If you aren't sure if you fully, maxed out the depth, you can put it in the oven and kind of push this down. Adds another step to the process. But as long as it's in the channel and it's not bulging out, it's totally fine to leave like this, assuming you've got a nice consistent bead. Also check out the housing. I cleaned everything up. A little detailing spray on a brand new microfiber towel. Wiped everything down. There's minimal traces of any accident. Got rid of that rusty water that was staining the inside. Looks really good. So next up, we'll get the inner housing popped into the lens and get this resealed. Okay, we got the lens on, and this came out really good. You guys remember there was a lot of tape. It isn't perfect as far as this particular one goes because there was a lot of action here. There was tape, there was debris, the plastic shattered, obviously a huge hole. But the internals cleaned up really nicely, and the new lens is just flawless. Really, really nice condition and quality. But yeah, ultimately we were able to complete the task. And again, where those staples once were, we added a small screw, and that prevents the lens from ever shifting back or forward. And loosening up that seal, which ultimately is affecting a lot of the modern day Porsches, which we're seeing. This one was an accident, but I have no doubts in my mind that this is another Hella produced headlight that is having some issues with moisture entry into the assemblies. So if you guys have that issue, obviously reach out to us, whether it's a Cayenne or a Macan or something else that's having some issue. But yeah, this came out awesome. This was obviously a repair after an accident. They can come out 100%, or in this case, man, I'd call it pretty damn good. I don't know, 95%, 98%. It's pretty solid. A little bit of shininess and sheen over there because the plastic was affected, but there was no cracks in the actual housing, only the lens itself. So sort of a blessing because everything structurally was perfect and there was no compromises in that aspect. So we'll be upfront with you if you send us something that just doesn't look like it's a good idea. We'll tell you straight up. We're not going to provide you with something that's going to have a problem in the future. So yeah, subscribe to the channel, guys. Leave a comment below. Reach out to us if you have any questions. Even if you don't see a model on our website, doesn't mean we don't do it. A lot of Euro models, and we do have some options for some, American produced vehicles and Japanese, Korean. So a lot of the European ones are pretty much in demand and readily available. So reach out to us if you want to discuss. Thanks again.